Let's take a look at a few other features that you might use on the 200 lessons. On the south panel here, we've got external power, so you can disconnect it here and you can have external air. We've got a total freeze, which is a complete flight freeze, and then we've got position freeze and a system reset. If you're having trouble removing a malfunction, you can just hit system reset and that'll clear it out. On the lesson plan board, I like to keep the lesson plan there all the time, and I'll just use the upper version. We've got speed up, so that's like an accelerate. So you can accelerate your ground speed by up to 4 times. So you go 4 times ground speed, it'll move fairly quickly. When you're done with that, just take it back to 1 times. I come over here, we've done flight capture. Remember, the flight freeze needs to be off in order to capture that, and that goes down into the recording tab, and then you can capture it. It's a good idea to take captures throughout the flight, unless just in case you need to reposition. We've got weather presets. You can see there all the different types of weather. So if you wanted to have 0-0, so you ensure that a crew goes around, you can set it there, or you can just turn the visuals off. And we also have on this we've got some quick weather tabs here too. Sim controls. In sim controls, here's another tab for visuals. So you can click on there. We've got freezes. In addition, we have that on the soft panel too. There's position freeze. I've got fuel freeze. If I click more, it'll give me an option with total freeze, altitude, airspeed, and heading. And I'll just click on the X up here to get rid of that. I've got resets. So if I'm having some troubles, once again, I could do a system reset, a session reset. I don't usually use that too often. On workplace, so just to remind you, we're in the advanced tab. If we wanted to do a malfunction, so I could click on failures, and that brings up the malfunctions tab. You can see right now they're grayed out, but we have none active, none are armed. But for example, if you had some extra time and you had a snapshot or a capture up at cruise altitude, you could choose flight controls. There's an ELAC 1 fault that we do quite often. You could have them up in the air and you could just activate it to practice an ECAM. When you're done with that, you could just go here. It'll be available to show clear active. One other secret that we've got on here, right here we've got position freeze and flight freeze. And total freeze. There's another way to get a total freeze. If you're teaching up here and you want to make a point and stop the lesson in its tracks, you could come up and select the rain repellent. So there's a rain repellent button on each side. When you select the rain repellent, it will freeze the simulator in its exact position. You can do your teaching points. When you're ready to resume, hit rain repellent again. All right, those are just some of the quick links for the iOS and the FTDs.